Mark, 1-0 result after last week getting back into winning form. They got that goal early and the game sort of petered out. How did you see it overall?
Yeah, it was a tough game. Of course it was. We're disappointed with the goal. You know, credit to them. It was a very creative set play. But, certain elements of that we have to defend better with our marking, and we know that. I thought we started the game well. We knew that, Melbourne liked to dominate the ball and liked to play a certain way. So we set up there to try and be solid in our structure, but also be a threat on the counter. And I think we had a few opportunities early in the first half, but we just, kind of story of our season, and we've lacked that creativity and that cutting edge once we get into attacking moments. And that didn't help us get back into the game after going 1-0 down.
And being 1-0 down the last 30 minutes, did you want your team to sort of press up a bit more and try and win the game? Were you a bit concerned about the lack of intent moving forward?
I think we showed the intent by changing the shape. We took a centre half off and went for the game a little bit. You've got to be mindful that if you open up too much against good players and a team who are in good form, let's be honest, Melbourne City are in good form, then you can open yourself up and go further. So there's a time and a place when to go for the game, of course. But at certain moments, we lacked creativity. But I don't think it's easy for people sat in the stand saying you don't go after the game. It's a different kettle of fish when you're on the pitch.
And that goal you guys conceded, were you disappointed in that? Like, it was a pretty good executed play. But reflecting on that, is that a disappointment?
I just answered that before.
Were you disappointed though, because it was quite a good executed play? And do you give credit to City there, or is that something you'll talk about?
You're asking me if I'm disappointed at conceding a goal? Yeah, well, of course I am. Of course I'm disappointed at conceding a goal. I said before, it was a set play. Two of our players could have done better with marking the players, although it was a creative set play. But we can do better on that. But yeah, the fact that we've conceded a goal, of course I'm disappointed. Don't like conceding goals. Certainly.
And coming into the game, was there a bit of talk around trying to keep finals alive? It seemed like there was a bit of tension out there today during the game. You guys have beaten City since December 2022, so was there a bit of talk around that and making sure you can sort of still maintain those finals chances?
I don't think there was any tension. It was two teams going at it, trying to win a football match. That's all it is. We knew our chances were limited, of course they are, but until it's mathematically over, you still hold out hope and you try to win football matches. And that's what we tried to do today. We had a plan to try and do that, but we just lack that little bit of quality. That's what we've been lacking all season, that cutting edge in the final third. For me, we can be better in our duels as well. We can be better with our physicality in certain moments, but that's something we'll try to improve going forward.
So I think there's 3 games left now for you this season. Obviously, finals are starting to look like they're a bit out of reach. What do you kind of want to see from your squad in these last 3 games? Do you want to see them kind of like fighting for their place in the team for the next season, or is there something more you want to see from them to kind of build upon for next year?
Yeah, I see people getting asked this question a lot because, when there's no relegation in a league, it's sometimes people can think it's peters out, but we're professional people. The players are professional footballers. We're professional coaches, managers. So you want to win football matches. You're not in the game long enough. The game goes away from you quickly. So you've got to try and take every moment. So you'll never dismiss a game. You'll never chuck anything in. We go and try and win football matches. That's what we tried to do today. We fell short today. That's what we'll try and do next week. And hopefully we won't fall short. We'll win the football match next week, and we'll continue to do that until the end of the season. Where that takes us, so be it. If it takes us to a point where we're not happy with where we finish, then that's a job for us to dissect the season and see how we make the changes and how we improve for next season. But still fighting for wins this season. That's what we do.
Great. And just any injuries or concerns coming out of this game today?
No injuries.
Cool.
No.